In case you've been living under a rock for the past few days, Kyrie Irving has just been traded to the Dallas Mavericks for Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, a first-round pick, and 2 second-round picks. It's been a known thing that Luka was desperately needing some help, and now he's got some with Kyrie Irving. But how much does Kyrie Irving actually help the Dallas Mavericks? To start, we can say that Kyrie Irving can easily help on the offensive end, and considering Luka does have a usage rate of 38.3, which is the second highest in the NBA this season, he could definitely use that help. Because right now, the Dallas Mavericks rely on Luka to do absolutely everything on the offensive end. I mean, look at this box score. The dude is literally carrying the entire Mavericks team on his shoulders. With a box score like that, it's no surprise that the Dallas Mavericks rank 3rd in offensive rating with Luka on the court, and they rank 29th, which is second to last without Luka playing. This is where Kyrie Irving solves the problem. Because Kyrie is such a gifted offensive talent, he's able to carry the offensive load when Luka is not in the game or if Luka is injured. That way they don't drop from the top of the league in offensive rating all the way to the bottom. But Kyrie also makes the Mavericks a lot more dangerous on the offensive end when Luka and him are in at the same time. Typically, defenses will just double team Luka and let the other players beat them. But now that you have Kyrie Irving, you can't really just double team Luka and live with it, because now an offensive weapon like Kyrie is very dangerous. Not only can Kyrie shoot from the outside better than most, he can also drive and finish or create plays for other players. With two dynamic players like Luka and Kyrie playing alongside each other at the same time, it can be very hard for any sort of defense to maintain them. Especially when you have another perimeter shooter like Tim Hardaway Jr. and an offensive threat down low with Christian Wood. The new Mavs starting lineup of Luka, Kyrie, Tim Hardaway Jr., possibly Maxi Kleber or Reggie Bullock, and Christian Wood has the potential to be one of the best in the entire West. But does this make them title contenders? I would say no, and let me tell you guys why. Have you guys ever heard the phrase, offense wins games but defense wins championships? Yeah, well, it's pretty true. Unfortunately for the Dallas Mavericks, they do not have great defense. I mean, they rank 24th in the league in defensive rating, which is basically near the bottom. And they have just traded away their best perimeter defender, Dorian Finney-Smith. Finney-Smith would typically guard the opposing team's most dangerous perimeter player, but now they don't have him anymore and replaced him with Kyrie Irving, who realistically isn't that great of a defender, so I'm not entirely sure how this is going to play out. But apparently the Dallas Mavericks as an organization doesn't know how it's going to play out either. If you guys saw the reports, they are not willing to sign Kyrie Irving to an extended contract. They're basically looking at a 1-year rental right now. And given Kyrie Irving's past antics, I think it's a very smart decision by the Mavericks. But defense isn't the Mavericks' only issues right now. Their other issue is their depth. Besides their core 5 or 6 guys, they really don't have anybody reliable coming off the bench to either perform well on the offensive end or on the defensive end. The only really decent guys you got off the bench is Josh Green and Jaden Hardy maybe. But that's about it, and they can be pretty inconsistent, so I'm not sure if you really want to rely on those guys. Dwight Powell could also be another nice factor off the bench, but he's really nothing special. I think in order for the Mavericks to truly be more of a title contender, they need to trade for either someone like an OG Anunoby or some other player like him. With a player like OG on the team, he can fill in the role that Dorian Finney-Smith left, essentially a solid 3-and-D type player. If the Mavericks are able to somehow improve their team defense and improve the depth off the bench, I think they could possibly have the potential at a title run, but I still think it's a long shot. Anyways guys, that's gonna do it for this video. If you liked it, make sure to hit subscribe and leave a like on the video and comment down below. Does Kyrie Irving make the Mavericks better or worse? Peace.